What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Weight Zone podcast, and we are back for another MMA event, guys. This is Cage Warriors 180. We did miss the last Cage Warriors event because I just didn't want to do it. There were a lot of low-level Italian fighters on that fight card because it wasn't held in Rome. And I just didn't like the card, so I didn't put a video out for it. But now, guys, this is going to be a good card. I like a lot of fighters on here, so let's go on and let me give you my picks so we can get this video out before the bets are stopped, because this card starts in about an hour and a half. So hopefully you guys have time to get this video and put these bets out, guys. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be doing this video a little different. I'm gonna put it in the order of my bets. I'm gonna put it in the order of my parlays, and then I'll give you guys my single bets. First leg of my first parlay, guys, this is gonna be probably my most confident parlay. It's gonna be Tommy Brunnings taking on Richard Carlos, and I'm gonna be taking Tommy Brunnings to the first leg, guys. I think Big Tings Brunnings takes him down over and over again and just controls him. I think he gets the knockout via ground and pound. Richard Carlos has shown to me that he does come from a judo background, but he does not stop takedowns very well. I think Tommy Brunning is a good prospect that's coming out of England. I think he's going to be able to take him down with easy. He gets some heavy ground and pound off and either finish this fight with a rear naked choke or just heavy ground and pound. So give me Tommy Brunning, guys. Big favorite, but I do think he wins this. All right, guys, this next fight's going to be Ty Palmer. It's going to be taking on Paddy McCorry, guys. And this is going to be the second leg. I'm taking Paddy McCorry. I think Paddy McCorry goes out here and gets the knockout. Ty Palmer has not beat a fighter that actually has any good record. Every fighter he's fought has more losses than wins. And he doesn't have very good striking at all. Like, he hits very hard, but his striking is not very put together, so I can get the reason why he hasn't been able to beat an opponent that has a really even a good record, even decent record. Paddy McCorry is a guy that hits very hard, very good striking. I like his distance. He has a long reach, and I think he's gonna end up landing one of these straight right hands down the middle and knocking out Ty Palmer. So give me Paddy McCorry as a second leg. He's a minus 1,000 favorite, or over minus 1,000 favorite, so he should be going in here and get the knockout just like I think, guys. So give me Paddy McCorry. All right, guys, this is going to be the third leg of the parlay. It's going to be Giovanni Fernandez taking on Jimmy Quinn. And we're going to be taking Jimmy Quinn, guys. I think Jimmy Quinn's going to go out here and get another highlight reel knockout. Jimmy Quinn's coming off of a flying knee highlight reel knockout, and I think he's going to go out here and get another one. Giovanni Fernandez, honestly, is not on the level of Jimmy Quinn. I think Jimmy Quinn's probably going to end up getting that call to the Dana White's Contender Series soon after he gets a couple more knockouts. But I do think Giovanni Fernandez is one of those guys that's going to go in here, just get pieced up really early and end up getting knocked out with one of those highlight reel KOs. So give me Jimmy Quinn. I like this guy a lot. Like I said, he's a highlight reel just waiting to happen. So give me Jimmy Quinn on the money line, guys. I do think he's gonna win this fight. I'm taking him as a third leg of that parlay. All right, guys, this is going to be the main event of the night, but it's going to be the fourth leg and the last leg of my parlay. It's going to be Andy Clamp taking on James Webb, and we're going to be taking Andy Clamp in this one, guys. I do think this fight's going to be very competitive, but at the same time, I just like Andy Clamp. I think he has very good takedown defense. I think he has very good striking. I think this guy has a good chin as well, and he's also just a veteran. This guy has fought all the means. He's fought all the best fighters in Cage Warriors, and I just think he's eventually just going to just keep this thing going and maybe getting called up to the UFC for a fight one day, guys. I do think Andy Clamp is a great fighter. James Webb is a good fighter as well. I do think it's going to be very competitive, but I think this fight's just going to come down to who's more of a dog, to where James Webb cannot get the takedowns. He's probably going to gas out, and Andy Clamp is just going to end up knocking him out and with the feet, guys. So give me Andy Clamp to keep this fight standing up and end up knocking James Webb out after he gasses out. I do think that's what happens. So he's going to be the fourth leg of that parlay. So give me... All right, guys, this is going to be the second parlay I'm going to be making. It's going to be a three-leg parlay. This is going to be the first leg, guys. It's going to be Giovanni Scott taking on Davidas Scarano, and I'm going to be taking Giovanni Scott to win this fight, guys. Giovanni Scott proved to me in his last fight against Gert Harris. I had Gert Harris winning that fight. I thought he was going to win, and Giovanni Scott went in there. They both put a great fight on. It was a dog fight between two really good prospects. I do think both these guys are going to end up going up to the UFC one day, in Gert Harris and Giovanni Scott. Giovanni Scott in that fight, like I said, was just a dog. Went out there and won a split decision against one of the best fighters in Cage Warriors, and I do think he's going to have a big step down in competition this one. I think he's going to go out here, beat Scarano pretty easily, take him down to the floor, get that back control, maybe even get a rear naked choke or a ground and pound finish. I like Giovanni Scott, guys. He proved to me in his last fight when he took on Gert Harris that he just has something in him, that he's just a dog. So give me Giovanni Scott as the first leg of that parlay. Alright, guys, this is going to be the second leg of the parlay. It's going to be Tariq Paull taking on Danny Blundell. And I'm going to be taking Tariq Paull to win this fight, guys. He's a minus 700, so he should go out here and win this fight. I think he's going to go out here and get a knockout. Danny Blundell hasn't fought anybody really good, and the people he has fought good, he's lost to. And Tariq Paull, he's just a very good young prospect that's had really good amateur record. He's fought really good people, and his 3-1 record in the cage in professionals, he's fought all great guys. He's fought all really good competition, and he's won 3 of them. He's lost 1, and like I said, they're all really good competition. I think he's going to win this fight just based off of the skill and the cardio. I do think he's going to go here and just outwork Danny Blundell and win this fight via knockout. So give me Tariq Paull to win this fight. He's going to be the second. All right, guys, this is going to be the third leg of the parlay. The last leg is going to be Nick Bagley taking on Jordan I think it's Baquez. And I'm going to be taking Nick Bagley, guys. I like Nick Bagley a lot. I think he's going to go out here, get ground control, take him down to the floor, land heavy ground and pound, and end up maybe even getting a submission victory. Nick Bagley, like I said in the last time he fought, I do think Nick Bagley's going to end up going to the UFC one day. I do think this is a very young, good prospect. I like him a lot. I think he shown he has the cardio. He's been in tough fights, and he's proven to come out on top. He comes and gets the takedowns. He lands hard shots on top. I just like him everywhere. I think this guy has all-around MMA skills that is really good. So give me Nick Bagley to win this fight. He's going to be the third and last leg of that parlay. All right, guys, this is going to be the first fight of the night of the whole entire card. It's going to be Haughlan taking on Marco Serra. I don't know how to say the rest of your name, but it's going to be a Saras Jarvi. I think we're going to go with Saras Jarvi. But we're going to be taking Haughlan in this one, guys. Haughlan has decent striking and really good grappling, but the one thing he has to work on is he keeps his hands down a lot and keeps his hands very wide. I do think he needs to work on that before he ends up getting caught and knocked out by one of these very good fighters. But Marco is not a guy that, in my opinion, that has that hard shot that's going to be able to land it. I think he's going to end up getting taken down and just submitted. I don't think he has anything for it, This is, like I said, a very low-level fight. So if Marco goes out here and proves me wrong, I'm not going to be surprised because it is very low level. But has proved to me that he's fought the better competition in amateurs. He's went out here, and every single fighter he's fought against in amateurs has had a winning record and actually has fought against decent people. Marco, all the people he's fought in amateurs are losing records. There's a lot of gimme fights. So I just think if you're gonna tell me this fight to pick one, and I'm gonna be looking at the tape just because I think has that a wide stance and he keeps his hands down, so he could get hit with a hard shot. But just with the tougher opponents he has been fought against than Marco, and they haven't been able to knock him out, I don't think Marco's going to be able to do it. So give me to win this fight. I'm going to be taking Haughlan on the money. All right, guys, this fight's going to be Thomas Paull taking on Orlando Prinz. And, guys, this is going to be the first fighter ever in MMA to be deaf, and Thomas Paull. I like Thomas Paull a lot. He hits very hard. He just doesn't know how to stop a takedown, but I don't think Orlando Prinz is going to be trying to take him down. I think it's going to be a striking battle where Orlando Prinz is going to try to keep the fight on the outside, but he keeps his hands too wide, in my opinion. I think Thomas Paull is going to walk him down, land that over right or straight right hand, and just knock him out. Thomas Paull is, like I said, the first ever fighter in the UFC to be deaf, but at the same exact time, he hits like a fucking truck. This guy really knows how to throw a right hand, knows how to throw some hooks. He hits really hard, and if Orlando Prinz is going to stay in front of him and not take him down for any of the fight, which I don't think he is going to, I think Thomas Paul is going to end up knocking him out. So give me this fight give me Thomas Paull to win this fight. Like I said, I think he's going to knock him out, but if this fight goes to the decision, I think the judges give it to him just because he's going to be landing the harder strike. So give me Thomas Paull on the money line to win this. All right, guys, this next fight, let me just let you guys know right now, I am not betting this fight. This is probably the most low-level fight on the whole entire card. It's going to be Joshua Onworthy taking on Joe Ambler. And if I had to pick the fight, guys, I will be taking the dog in this one and Joe Ambler to win this fight. Like I said, very low-level fighters. I don't think both of these guys are going to be in Cage Warriors for very long, but at the moment, I'm not going to bet it because I don't want to invest my money in two fights that I do not have a really good read on. But the pick for this fight is going to be Joe Ambler, guys. All right, guys, this is probably going to be the most competitive fight in the whole entire card. It's going to be Wesley Maia taking on Alexander Loof. And, guys, I like both these fighters. Alexander Loof hits very hard. He has very good striking, good takedown defense. But Wesley Maia is just one of these guys that fights very wild. He has very technical striking and also very, highlight reel striking, guys. He likes throwing those fancy shots. He likes moving around the ring. But Alexander Loof is the one I'm going to be taking in this fight. I think this fight's going to come down to where Wesley Maia is going to end up coming out very strong, working around the ring, doing his little flashy kicks and flashy shots, and then eventually it's going to get to him where he's going to slow down, and that's when Alexander Loof's going to be able to start walking him down, land the hard shots, and I think it's going to be a fight that goes to the decision, guys. I think this is going to be, like I said, the most competitive fight of the night, so I'm not going to have too much investment in this one, but my pick for this one and the bet I'm going to be making, like a smaller bet, is going to be Alexander Loof. Like I said, Wesley Maia is going to come out very strong, landing his flashy shots because that's what he does, but I just think after a while, when he gets tired and stops moving around the ring as much, that's when Alexander Loof's going to start landing hard shots, walking him down, land straight right hands, hooks to the body, and I think this fight goes to decision, probably a split decision, but I just think just with the the harder shots. And when we go to the later rounds, when Wesley Maya is tired and it's probably going to be 1-1 going into that third round, I think it's going to be more judges seeing Alexander Loof winning just because he's going to be the one putting more output in that later round. So give me Alexander Loof to win this fight, guys. And all right, guys, that is it for today's Cage Warriors breakdown. 2 parlays, 3 straight bets for you guys. So hopefully we cash and we do really good on Cage Warriors. This is our first video back, Cage Warriors 180. I'm going to get this video out ASAP because the event is starting in the next hour and a half. So go get your bets out ASAP if you're watching this video. This is your first video ever watching, guys. I'm going to be posting a lot today. I have soccer, I have NBA, I have Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I do all different types of bets, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the page, comment on the video. Let me guys know what bets you guys are going to be on. Let me guys know if you guys agree or disagree on anything. And I'll be back tomorrow, guys, with more bets for you guys for UFC. And I'll see you guys